Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Travis Told You on a Tuesday, January 6th, 2026. My goodness, we are here. Yes, I did not say when the second Travis Told You was going to happen. Obviously, is the third later on this week for patrons. I'm ranking my 2026 movies. Every single movie I've seen, I've seen it. I'll be ranking, but I said this week because of a guest, didn't know when it was going to be, and was maybe thinking Wednesday, maybe Thursday, but then today a bunch of news all ready to come out first thing in the morning. Dave Filoni, supposedly, and someone else, new president of Lucasfilm. Avengers 4th trailer, leaks, X-Men trailer, live out there, released, right? And now, multiple news about the Batman 2. So, I messaged that person, said, hey, you want to go today? Because someone was a little more specific for said person. But I'm here on Travis Told You. I hope everyone is having a good day. Check on the feeds right now. Side quest we just did, myself, Kirkland, and Dylan just did our 2026 video game preview. It was tons of fun. A shout out to our new Patreon producer, Lenny Kravitz. You should go check out that because you'll understand it, and it's going to become a Geek First meme for the next little bit. But thank you to our Patreon producers, Aaron Brain, April Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superbad Mike, Gauze69, Charlie Rendell, Lenny Kravitz, Cocktail Clay, John No H, and Sam Green. I got to start showing you more, as Travis told you. You guys produce this thing, you get it going. Lots of fun things coming up in the new year. Obviously, if you're a Patreon producer, you get over 30 exclusive episodes this year. You're going to be voting on polls. Golden Geeks is coming up. So a lot of good things are happening. But as of right now, you might be hearing me going, hey, why? You said there's a guest. You know, it just sounds like Travis told you, as usual, right? That's true. I was waiting for the music to end there. Perfect timing. Guest is not in said room yet. Oh my goodness, the music starts over. I didn't know that. I don't want that. Get out of there. We heard it once. But hope everyone's doing well. We're going to hear from this guest. They're going to talk a little bit, and then we're going to grip it and rip it. Because usually, or as per usual, the show is about an hour. And there's lots to get into. So, I don't know. With the 4th Avengers trailer leak, is there really something that has to, like I don't know, there's much spoilers, so I think you can stick around for it. Hunter Iggy in the chat saying, what's up, everybody? Not much, just waiting for our little guest here, but it is a good day so far. Later on this week, me and Dylan tomorrow review Fallout episodes 2 to 4. We're going to catch up, and then the movie preview will be dropping at some point. I'm not sure if that's on the Friday or next week, TBD, so look out for that, but yeah. Good times ahead here. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else to plug and promote that we got going on. Again, thank everyone listening to Stranger Things episode, and the last one did very well. Yeah, it's a fun day. It's a fun day, fun year so far. Another big news, we just got accepted into our 14th film festival. Where is it now? I've forgotten the name. I'm not trying to be that guy. We've been in so many, but where did we get accepted to this time now? Let me get it here. We are in the Los Angeles Film and Documentary Awards of 2026. We have about 8 more festivals possibly to go, because like you go to them, and then when you get selected, that's the next stage, right? You hopefully win. Some are just selected. We got selected, so that's our 14th one being accepted. So big thank you to them. Hopefully whoever watches the film and does watch is going to enjoy it. Also, because we can't travel, we don't get to go to these film festivals. But yes, Adrenochrome will release to the public unless someone buys it. But you know, I'm not going to be naive and think our first film is going to be bought. Unless it gets put away somewhere later on this year, you'll be able to get access to it. And then everybody that already purchased it, you'll get a fun surprise, kind of like a voucher if you want to do that. So I guess what I'll do is I'll start off with the news, because I don't know. I'll answer this because usually, as I've said before, it is just an hour show. I usually just accept comments from patrons and people that send in super chats. Right now, Hunter, I will address this just because I am waiting for my guest here. He said, what is your thoughts on people saying James Gunn is insert himself in Man of Tomorrow because James Gunn says he relates to Lex Luthor and Superman? I think you mean real life. I think nothing of it. I don't I don't really care, I guess, because like I assume for the most part, other than directors that are there for directors for hire, most people kind of insert themselves in one way. Obviously, that's an overt way of saying, "Oh, I see myself in Superman. I see myself in Lex," which is I get why he said has a preference not the murder, but like even adrenochrome, like there's a few things in there where it's like, "Oh, I see myself in this or that." So to me, as a director, him saying like people worry about that, I'm not too worried. To me, it's like if you liked Superman, you're gonna like Man tomorrow. If you're like me that thought it was okay, I think you're gonna think that, or maybe go higher up. So yes, something did happen to my camera here, but yeah, this guest doesn't know because when Montrez told you, I got the TV bedroom, and yes, I thought let's bring this person in. They've not cast with myself in about 3.5 weeks, so almost a month. It's been a long time, but it is it is getting a little warm in here. Gonna bring in the Wolf Order brother and my friend Travis's friend, not Travis.
My
Hey,
friend Travis.
my friend Travis. Imagine that. I just brought in the Nether Travis stream. Remember when there's that bad echo that happens? But yes, Taylor Field, you're back. You haven't podcasted since middle December. After 9 was your last time.
Oh,
but,
that's like a week ago.
no, that a long time ago now. I looked 3 weeks, but you're back for this. How's it going, sir? And obviously, some people in the Discord know, but what's going on in your life right now?
Yeah, well, I'm off work for a bit of time. Just taking it easy. No, I'm kidding. No, I had a kid. I had a kid number 2.
I had a kid.
Yeah, they came out just after New Year's, and so it's we got home not yesterday, the day before yesterday. So no, it's been good. It's been a dynamic, changing it up, but the best thing in the world is our daughter's just like easily grown into like the big sister role, like,
Nice.
holding them, and I mean, you got to be kind of like cautious with what
Oh
they're
yeah,
doing.
lots of poking, lots of
poking.
yeah.
But yeah, she's just like not patting his head, but just kind of like grazing the back of his head, like it's okay, like I got you, and like doing like cheek kisses and stuff. Just it's the sweetest thing. Oh my god. But yeah, no, we're just trying to get
Tell that baby to be quiet back there.
yeah, I'm podcasting. Like I'm gonna go in and make sure Madison's ready for the handoff here.
Yeah,
And
you
then
go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay, but I'm here.
I'm here. I'm gonna mute him. Yeah. So what we're gonna do, because right now Taylor Field is he's not back, but he's back. What we're gonna do is because right now with his schedule, it's a bit harder at night times. He will join. There's a couple other casts coming up that are like the like the drafts and stuff that he has to be on, but obviously he's like taking a little bit of break here and there. But what's going to be happening is for the next 5 weeks, I'm still doing the 2 Travis told you. One will be likely the Monday. It's just going to be myself, Travis, doing my own thing, and then Wednesday, depending on his schedule, Wednesday to Friday, somewhere in there. Sometimes if it needs to be 3, that's why I asked in the survey, we will do a third one. But what we're going to do for the next 5 weeks, because Taylor's schedule just works a bit better because he's free in the day right now, if he's not obviously baby family, that'll change. If he's free for the next 5 weeks while he's off, we will be doing a Travis and Taylor told you, some Wolf Order. So you'll get your one Travis episode, you'll get a Taylor episode. No matter what, you'll get a Taylor Travis episode. If news is very light, not enough for myself, then we'll just do that. But yes, today end up being a lot more news than I would have planned. Most of the time, I think it's just going to be me and him with one topic, and then we'll take questions or just kind of talk about random stuff. You guys know me and him. We can talk about anything forever. So, yeah, we'll have some fun there. But, yeah, so next 4 to 5 weeks, look out for that. For the most part, Taylor will be on here once a week, and we'll have some fun and talk about random stuff. But we don't have random stuff today to talk about, Taylor. You jinxed it because I thought, well, 2-man should be a bit quieter. I did have you on because the Filoni news, so I thought, okay, let's talk about that. But then the Avengers trailer leak, like we talked about, and then I'm going to start with this because you're making fun of my red screen here. I got the Batman ambience going on to give me that view.
Oh, I was thinking like Cyclops in the trailer is about to nuke you.
No, it's full on Batman ambience right now. There's a lightning bolt every once in a while, but yeah, we got this broke at like 9:30 or something like that. Don't really know why, because usually Hollywood doesn't start breaking news in his back. Well, I guess. I don't know. Like, do you count this as the second week of July? Because the first week of July, January 1st and 2nd, was only 2 days. Like, is that a week? Does that count as the first week?
You said the second week of July?
Or January, not July.
This is the second week?
Is
it? Yeah, we're getting into it. Because, like, a week is 7 days, right? And what is it? The 7th is tomorrow?
But last week, January 1st, was on the Thursday. So the week was only 2 days? Or 4? That's what I mean, right?
Yeah, calendars versus Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's why it's been crazy that there's been some stuff coming out. But yeah, we're going to talk about this news first because, if this is Travis told you, I would be doing this. And the other stuff is some leaks and some news we've known about. This is something completely new, hot off the presses. So, Taylor, I'm going to get your feelings on this. This is from an S tier scooper. We have not got the classic Matt Reeve GIF confirmations yet on ScarJo or this, so we'll have to see. But no, I got to add. I lost my red stuff. But today it did come out that Sebastian is in talks to join the Batman Part 2. In talks, pretty much when it comes from an S tier, in talks just means like it's done. They're just figuring out money, everything like that. It is not said what the role is, but it seems like others, like lower scoopers, I think most of us, I don't know, can kind of put two and two together. It's seeming like it's going to be Harvey Dent Two-Face. I just feel like, I don't know. You look at Harvey Dent, you look at Sebastian Stan, it's there. So, yeah, what do you feel about obviously just Sebastian Stan being in the Batman Part 2? And then if he is playing Two-Face, how do you feel about that?
Well, I think this makes sense, and this is like the ScarJo kind of scenario here. What I'm headcaning it. He's looking at new opportunities after the fact that his character is going to get killed off. I think something's gonna do him in the MCU. And I mean, this guy, you got to get a paycheck, right? You can't just stop working, even with MCU bucks. So he's looking for that next big break. And maybe James Gunn's like, hey, I'll put in a good word for you, Sebastian. So yeah, I think.
You think he needs a good word from James Gunn?
No, he doesn't. But I think it makes sense. I really do. We've seen people jump ship before, not jump ship, but kind of dip in both pools, right? Before, so it makes sense. And this is there's a lot of hype surrounding something like this. And I mean, he could have a lot of fun with a project like this. He's played that villain and that hero role in the same character before, and he knows what it's like working in a comic book setting. So I think that this is a good option, a good choice. I like him a lot as an actor. He's fantastic. So to throw him into the mix here, that's very, very cool. But
and do you like him as Harvey Dent Two-Face, if that's the role? It seems like it is, but do you like that?
I like that. Yeah, I'd be down to see what that entails. But I mean, like I said, I think it makes sense because I bet you his character dies in maybe even in Secret War, or maybe they kill him off sooner. One or the other. Yeah, I'm sorry. Bucky this train is finally meeting the station. So.
Do you have, because I've seen some people bring this up, is it going to bug you at all that you got two big-time MCU people in this then, and they're seemingly playing husband and wife? That's because the role seems to be that Scarlett Johansson is playing Gilda Dent, and if they go that route, I know it sounds smaller, but like I think the arc they're going to base it on, Gilda Dent has like a bigger role in the story, so it's not just like, oh yeah, she's just Harvey Dent's wife. It is like a... even could be villainous sort of role. Is that gonna be distracting at all, those two, or you think once you get Sebastian's face burnt off, you're
with like ScarJo, for example, coming off of Avengers, I thought, okay, yeah, it's just I got that Black Widow kind of like just picture there, but no, since like Jurassic Park and just hearing what she's trying to jump into now, it's like, okay, this is great. Like diversify yourself and diversify your roles a little bit more, because it's like. When you look at Daniel Radcliffe, character that just dedicated his life to playing Harry Potter.
Your original Two-Face pick.
The original, that's right, yeah. So let's circle back to that. No, when you have an actor like him, and he just dedicated his life pretty much just playing that character, Harry Potter, and then give it a few years, and then he hasn't really just branched out. He just kind of let that stew a little bit, I'd say. I remember there's like that Guns Akimbo movie where he's got guns taped to his hands, and then he's done a couple other ones.
What was that movie again?
There's the one where he's like that one. He's like another one where he's like the fawn. I think he's got the antlers or whatever on his forehead. So he's done some independent projects, but like really get out there, get some big IPs so that even the GA won't really associate you with that. I don't think a few more movies with ScarJo, I think people are gonna be like, oh yeah, it's not just the Black Widow chick, the Avenger, the Scarlett Johansson, right? She's done a bunch of things. She's doing all these different roles. And I for me, that's good because I don't just see the one character anymore.
Yeah, I think I can get past that as long as the performance is good enough and different. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think she's playing Black Widow, and I don't think he's playing... But like I know they're definitely not, but I mean like that type of archetype. And I feel like it's funny because the rumor that ScarJo won this role is because one of the reasons like to play more on the villainous side, right? And you kind of have the same thing with Bucky where like, okay, granted he was Winter Soldier, but that's just like a I don't know, he's brainwashed, right? Like he's not like evil, evil. He's not playing like he's not shooting the scenery, and he's not getting a big monologue. He would just be like, "Who's Bucky? Who's Steve?" Like he's just pretty much a badass zombie, right? So it's kind of fun that both of them are doing that on this side. And for Sebastian Stan, I know I don't think you've seen them, but my story, Sebastian Stan, I'd never really seen him in anything until I saw. Well, isn't he in what's that? I guarantee it's a movie you love. It's a movie in the past. There's a trailer where they like put this girl's skirt up. They have like powers. It's blue. It's like they have powers with their vampires.
Chronicle?
No, it's a bunch of young guys. I'll find it after next time you're talking. I feel like it's
The
a Taylor
Covenant?
Field. The Covenant, yeah, that one.
You
He's
know
in
that
right?
movie.
I've seen it. Yeah, he's in that one, right?
My
I
dad was
think?
just, I remember he brought that home. He's like, Taylor, you're going to love this movie. You're going to love this movie.
I thought you would love that. Yeah, I feel like it's him and a couple other like young guys. But like, I had seen that, and then I saw him in Captain America. And honestly, I thought for the longest time
He is in it.
he is an okay. I thought for the longest time he was just a very mid to okay actor. Good looking guy, had some sort of charisma, but just kind of an okay guy. These past few years he's gone better for me and I've enjoyed him more. Last year is when I finally got on the bandwagon, and I don't think I got on the bandwagon. I just think he's improved as an actor. He did a double where he played a different man, which like the movie's literally called A Different Man. He's not playing a different man, but he was in A Different Man where it's a guy that has a bunch of kind of has a bunch of face tumors and it's a sickness, and then he becomes an actor, but he becomes hyper obsessive on some things. And then the complete other spectrum, he played Donald Trump last year. Those two,
right.
yeah, those two performances are completely different and really sold me on, oh, this guy now is really talented. For me, though, what I was kind of pitching, I was pitching him to be James Gunn's Batman. I was like, oh, you know what? He'd be a great DCU Batman. But now, him being Two-Face, it's kind of funny. I feel like a different man and The Apprentice, you put those roll together, that's kind of a perfect Two-Face 1-2 combo. So I like this. This is, again, what we've talked about with Matt Reeves before, with Barry or with Robert Pattinson casting. Like, his casting lots of times is out there. I would have never, I didn't see Sebastian Stan on any Two-Face lists, you know, like I would have never thought of Sebastian Stan. It's not that it's wrong, it just, I wouldn't have seen that. I do wonder now with them being age adjacent, do you think they go similar Dark Knight where it's just like Bruce is over here and Harvey's over here? Or do you think they tap into some comic book storylines where they've been childhood friends? Because I think Pattinson's like 41 and Sebastian, what is he? He's 43.
He's 40s, right? Yeah.
He's 43. Hang on, let me just confirm about Pattinson. I think they might be the he's 39. It's about 4 years old, but that's fine. Do you think
Jesus.
but still like they look like they're like the exact same age pretty much. So do you think that speaks to what we get, or do you think it just happens to, well,
don't know.
they
I
just
mean,
got a younger actor, you know? Or, you know.
The age thing, I don't know. I mean, I feel like at that point it's just to allow you to have better chemistry maybe with someone in your dialogue, because you have that kind of similar age range. As far as looking the part, they can make you look whatever they want, really, so it doesn't really matter.
True, yeah.
I think that the two of them could probably hit it off. I think Rob's got a lot of good charisma in that regard.
And I think he does too. Obviously, he's good at playing the friend stuff with Chris Evans and everything. So, yeah, I'm excited to hopefully get this confirmed. I think it is confirmed. It's done. I'm excited to see the chemistry that those two have, like in a love interest route, like him and ScarJo. And then the other piece of news that broke with this was that it looks like Barry Keoghan's Joker is coming back. What do you think about that? Are you excited about that? And what do you think, in what capacity? Do you think it's going to be like a kind of like the last movie where it's just a small role? Do you think he's going to be a supporting character? What do you think is going on?
Does the main movie have like the extended deleted scenes, like the hard copy? Do you know?
No,
Or
it
that's
just has that
online?
scene of him laughing.
Oh, he's laughing in the movie? I don't even remember that.
Well, remember there's a scene where Riddler gets arrested and he's like, "Oh, you almost did it," and like, "I'm your it's a good thing to have friends." Like, he tells him a fucking riddle,
Maybe
and
I'll
of
watch
course
it
the
tonight.
answer is friends. Well, there you go. But he says that, and then they like laugh together. But they didn't. The whole interrogation scene, that's not in the movie. But in the real movie, Barry Keoghan as Joker is in there in a scene.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm excited for it. I really am. You know, give us that scene where he's walking naked throughout his hideout or something like that with his goons or whatnot.
Joker.
His Joker, yeah. But no, this is cool. This is great. They've already got a Joker established in there, and then they can kind of segue into it. That's fantastic. And how old is Barry now as an actor?
I feel like he's younger than
30s?
though as an actor. Those are two different questions. How old is he? How old
I
is he as an
redact my
actor?
actor. Redact that part. No, just how old is he?
He's 33, so he's like a year older than me. So he's like a little younger than them. But remember they messed up his face and everything, right? So I don't think that really matters either. But you do have a bunch of, well, at the same time though, like Bale, Aaron Eckhart, and Heath Ledger were all that same age, right? So they're
Hmm.
definitely, and it doesn't mean they're friendly or anything. So, yeah, I'm very excited because obviously I'm a big Joker fan. I wasn't sure what was happening because he is in those four Beatles movies. He's playing Ringo, if you don't remember.
Barry is.
Yeah, he's playing Ringo Starr. Yeah,
Nice.
but that means he's filming four movies back to back. So I thought, I thought we might get one longer scene in the last movie. I think the fact that these trades are already reporting it. I'm not saying he's a supporting character. I still think the idea for Matt Reeves is that if he can get to the third one, Joker will be the main bad guy. But the storyteller that they're basing it off of that has Gilda Dent in a role, and Joker, he plays a little bit of a portion to it. Obviously, they don't have to adapt the comic one for one, but he does play somewhat of a role. So I kind of hope that happens, and I hope we get more of him because I think Barry's a really interesting actor, and I just want to see what he can do fully with the Joker, not like in a room. I want to see him in costume, walking around, doing stuff. So I really hope we get that. I guess I'll ask you too. Do you think now it's seemingly, because I don't know if we talked. I feel like the last time I talked about was maybe Weekly Geek with Kirkland. How are you just on the idea though of Two-Face being the villain? Like it sounds like there could be other villains, but I think like you get Sebastian Stan, you get Scarlett Johansson. I'll just say the Dents, maybe not even Two-Face, but just the Dents. Is that something that excites you? Given we just obviously got then Dark Knight, which was still 2008, so almost 20 years ago, which is kind of crazy. But is that something that, oh, okay, Sebastian Stan as Two-Face, is that something that excites you? Or do you wish now we would have got something else that seems like, or after we got the news now, that seems like we're going the Dent route?
I'm down for it. I really am.
Mhm.
He's a cool character. And, I mean, the character lives well, the Tommy Lee Jones version lives rent free in my head. Even
Rent-free?
before Aaron, he pops up in there. It's just the scene where he's just like just coked out of his mind on top, and like he's flipping his coin and he can't. Or Batman throws the coin up and he struggles to get it because
Oh,
all the
yeah.
coins are falling, and he falls, and the coin lands in his hand perfectly as he's going under the water.
Yeah.
So I
What a
mean,
way to
yeah,
go.
they don't need to recreate that scene in this movie, but I'm down for the dents.
No, no, let's not recreate. Why? I guess I know why. Batman has like $50 coins on him, but I guess he just thought he could get him that way. But yeah, okay. So you're fine with more Two-Face and everything.
I am, yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
because was Rachel supposed to turn into that Mrs. Dent character? Is that what the like from the comics? Is that where the
No, I don't. She was
just
she
a
was
girlfriend?
yeah, she was a girlfriend. She was a comic book, or she was like not in the comic books at all. That was the original character.
She's
So
a Nolan character. Oh,
yeah, she's a Nolan character. I think she was just there to serve Bruce and then Dent a little bit. Where Gilda Dent is a character that is linked to a lot of stuff. So,
okay.
yeah, we'll see. It's exciting. We're getting these castings. We're moving forward. So, yeah, I'm very excited to see the. And I think Pattinson and Stan, like that's a. I don't know. I think that's a fun good guy bad guy chemistry. Both two really good looking male leads, but I don't know. There's something there. I just feel like that's going to work out. Whether they play them as rivals or I don't know. For some reason, I don't know why it is, something about the Sebastian Stan casting makes me feel like they're going to go the childhood friend route. I just feel like I can see Pattinson and Stan, like they just look similar. I don't know, but we'll have to see as things go on. And hopefully, like I said, we get it confirmed soon, but I think we're locked in there. So, this is why originally we were talking about doing this episode a couple of days from now, but I messaged Taylor because I was like, well, I got to cover this. I'm going to do early episodes. So I thought, well, it's right up your wheelhouse. So we're going to talk about this. It's not the most shocking news, but it's something we at least speculated, but it looks like it's going to be happening because Puck News reported this, which is more of a business kind of paper, but they do break film stuff, and that's why when it's coming from here, I do think it's going to be happening relatively soon, and I think it's just kind of locked in. But I'll read this article quickly for you, Taylor. So David Filoni and Lynwen Brienne, I think that, or Brennan, yeah, Brennan, and then Lynwen, I think that's how you say the name, but are reportedly set to replace Kathy Kennedy as the new co-presidents of Lucasfilm, according to Puck News. The outlet claims in the next week or two, Disney reportedly set to confirm the pair will take over Kennedy's job when she steps down the role as president. So yeah, lots of stuff happening in early January here. Much like with the DC side with James Gunn and Peter Safran, the plan is here to let Filoni handle the creative decisions across film, television, and other media. Well, Brennan will handle the business and operational side of the company. Filoni's seen as a whatever natural successor. Yeah, all this is just like whatever stuff now. So that's seemingly the plan where I think we kind of talked about. We talked about like, okay, there could be other names, there could be other people, but I think you, me, and everybody like Star Wars Lights, I think we all thought like it's kind of Filoni's to lose. There was someone named Carrie Beck that was rumored to be the co-president, but it looks like this Lynwen person is kind of taking that slot now. So obviously it's not officially confirmed, but it looks like it's going that route, and we could hear something maybe the next month or two. They say week or two, so I'm gonna say next month or two. How do you feel about that? As one, is Filoni maybe looking like he's getting the official crown? And then also, how do you feel about there being two? Because also we don't know Lynwen, Brennan as much as Filoni, but how do you feel about splitting it up DC style instead of just giving Filoni everything?
Right, I was gonna say that's what they did with DC. Yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to think who else did they just do this with.
Yeah, and I feel like we're gonna see this more often. Like, I don't know why. I just feel like when we get Feige stepping down one day, I could see it being two people. Because I think sometimes they realize of like they're very lucky to get one person doing this job, but maybe it's not the norm. It like when we always talked about like, oh, who's the next Kevin Feige? Who's this? There's not somebody that usually has the creative side and the business side together. It's usually one or the other, right? So I feel like we could see this more often.
Yeah, I mean, I like this. I mean, I do, but there's certain things that are kind of inhibiting my excitement for this, right? I mean, as we come to learn with the Hunt for Ben Solo, that there are ideas that are put out there, and it's not exactly down to Kennedy to have the final say for those projects. And I put a lot of hate and enragement into that fact, because we used to just point fingers. It's like Kennedy was the face of this company, right? So we're going to be blaming her because like, why would you not greenlight it? And then it's like, oh no, we were deceived by a lie. We all were. It's the upper head honchos. So I just think that if they get this and it turns out to be true, you're probably going to get some really exciting and bold new swings, but at the same time, a lot of it could be acts. It could just be. I think you're going to get some exciting things. I think you're going to get a lot of safe stuff, though. I think the exciting things are probably going to be acts, because I was reading an article, and I can't remember how accurate it is, but it was this guy talking about how there was an initial pitch where they were going to have a scene with Yoda in the Acolyte, and it was supposed to really kind of shift things up a little bit with how just the kind of general narrative is for this era of Star Wars. And I'm just thinking to myself, because they didn't do it, obviously, and they avoided that, but it just is reiterating that thought where, okay, yeah, they just want to play it safe. And yes, Filoni likes the animated stuff. We're due for that Maul show and then probably a couple other things. Probably another Clone Wars series of some kind, which I'm excited for. Or Tales of the Sith. Maybe we'll get something like that. But until then, I think it's just going to be safe projects. And yeah, because Filoni doesn't like the Old Republic stuff, right?
That's the rumor, and that's the thing with Acolyte. We don't know. I don't know about that Yoda thing, but I know that it came out through several sources, and even a writer accidentally. We talked about this before, where they let slip that, oh yeah, we did this and this, and then Filoni made a couple. They made some changes, and then they end up deleting their social media account. Because everyone's like, what? And I do think with Acolyte they did, and I think that's like what you talked about before. Where before it's like, okay, it's Kathy. And I even said that it's Filoni, right? And that one's a bit different because, okay, there's multiple people that spoke on the Acolyte thing saying, like, hey, he took a lot of stuff out, right? Or changed a lot of things. So I think the problem with Lucasfilm, and this probably happens with Marvel and DC too, but with Lucasfilm specifically, when we get bad news or mixed news or just news that is kind of unsettling in a first world problem. It's not a big. I'm not raging like Taylor is in the gym or whatnot over this. But I think for me, it's a situation we just don't know. Because there's a version where that Ben Solo news comes out and we didn't hear about it from Adam Driver, and you go, oh, fucking Kathy and Dave Filoni shut it down, right? We talked about this before. So it's like, that's my problem. I just don't know. Okay, so the next movie that gets greenlit, is that full on Filoni greenlit that, or is that a movie that it's the one he could get through Disney, right? Whether that be Iger or whoever places Iger. So that's where Star Wars is in this weird place right now. I think they're going to be in this weird place until, I don't know, 2028 probably, because not only I agree with you that it'll mostly just be safe with the stuff that's going out. You'll get some animated stuff. You'll get Ahsoka season 2, maybe something else that's like Star Wars adjacent, like a Skeleton Crew or something animated again where it has nothing to do with the main continuity. But I think they're going to do that. I think they're going to put out what is it? Mandalorian Grogu, and then they're put out Starfighter, not Fire. They're put out Starfighter, and then they're gonna really see how those do. And then I feel like in 2028, like same thing. Like I wondered, like I guess he's for it, but like how does I don't know. I'd have to see like how does Filoni feel about the sequel trilogy. He's never gonna answer this because he's the whatever president guy now, or he's gonna be. But it's like how does he feel about the sequel trilogy? How does he feel about this type of stuff? Where that's
I'd
where
love to lock him in a room, just pin him down. How do you feel about this?
Yeah, where that's where I'll give Gunn credit. Where I think Gunn sometimes goes overboard with social media and answering things, but he's said stuff before. Like I like when he went on record with, yeah, the Lex Luthor in those Christopher Reeves movie, wasn't really a fan of that. I didn't like how kind of over the and I'm not just saying that because I also felt that way, but I just when he publicly said that, right? So I would love it, and it's tough though because obviously he's trying to work with creators like a Daisy Ridley that have been there before. But even if he would to just say what he liked about it, he didn't say what he has to like about it, just say like, hey, what are the few things you did enjoy from sequel trilogy, and we kind of get a gauge, or maybe enjoy it all, but we get a gauge of like what he's into. Like, is he someone that's really wanting the Daisy Ridley movie? We don't know that, right? Maybe he's like, hell yeah, this sounds great, or he's like, like let's leave the sequel trilogy behind, let's do some new stuff. I really don't know. So I feel like, as we've said a few times, this doesn't change much other than I was hoping for someone else because I was hoping for a wild swing because I do just worry that Star Wars is going to get into. I feel like, in my opinion, when Mandalorian Grogu comes out, it's going to be a very safe, very doesn't offend anybody movie, like a 6 out of 10, maybe 7 out of 10 movie. And then that's just what Star Wars will perceive to be for the rest of the time. It's just like very safe, family friendly blockbuster marketing. And I know someone will throw the quote at me from George, like, oh, Star Wars is meant for kids. Yeah, but at the same time, like, was George thinking that when he was cutting Anakin Skywalker up in like Revenge of the Sith? Like, he can say it's for kids, like it is, but at the same time, like there's some dark stuff in there, right? And I don't think we've seen in live action anything too dark from Filoni. I don't need Star Wars to be dark. I just feel like in the content, and the same thing as far as like Andor, right? This is a rumor, but the rumor was Filoni wasn't a fan of Andor, and it's like, to me, that's the most concerning thing when you get Andor that's like reviewed so well by critics, by fans. It's winning all these awards on all these best of lists. It gets nominated for Emmys, and I just worry that the guy, let's say that's rumor's true, that the best reviewed Star Wars thing in the Disney era, and the guy that's running the ship now is like, I don't really like that. That's a worry to me, because my hope would be that he would go, you know what? Me as the president now, people don't like that, but if they want it and they're responding to it, let's do more of that. I'll do more of like Mandalorian stuff, animation stuff, sure, but that's my hope, and that's going to be the difference between the two, right? And that's where I want to see, and that's where I've given them tons of credit. And if it goes through, if Gunn is still the DC Studios head, and he lets Matt Reeves does his thing, and he gets to Batman 3, then I'll always say, you know what, Gunn, I don't love the Superman stuff, but you're letting other people that enjoy this stuff have their kind of cake and eat it too. That's great. So that's where I would love to see that, where if we have something more adult. I just don't know under Filoni, are we going to get any of that type of stuff, or is it going to be very Clone Wars stuff? And even the stuff we've talked about before, take out the big stuff, the animation, we've said for years of like, we don't dislike okay, I don't like Bad Batch, but for you, like, you don't dislike Bad Batch. You and me are both open to seeing what the mall show is, but we love, like, can we get one animated show somewhere else? Just one, like in a different era, whether that's in the Old Republic, whether that's between 6 and 7. Like, why is there nothing that's just not in that like Clone Wars The New Hope era, right? And that's where Filoni doing the animation, that's all on him. So that's where I'm kind of hoping that we get something that. Go ahead.
It's dangerous too, because you get the animation and it covers the stuff that we don't want to see in animation, right? Like the Maul versus Obi-Wan. I wish we got that in live action. I don't like that we got it in animation, and it just thinks, well, if Dave Filoni kind of gets this headstrong mentality, like, oh, we could do this, and oh, I'm sure that people would love to see this, we'll do it in animation. We'll finally give them Maul versus Vader in animation. It's like, I don't really want that. I get that you get to cover those extra stories, but at the end of the day, I would like to have some of those stories told from that live action setting.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing, and this where it comes down to different strokes for different folks. Kevin Davis says Dave Filoni will do a good job as the president of Lucasfilm. He not going to take risks as Kathleen Kennedy. For me, that comes up, and I'm happy for you, Kevin. That's great. For me, that's like that's a red flag right there. Because of course, not every risk pays off. Like, yeah, Last Jedi people are going to bring up
Well,
that's something, but
Acolyte twins risk. I think that's what people kind of think about, right?
yeah, but at the same time, Andor's a risk, and that worked out, right? Like that show puts in like it's a very expensive, slow drama about the war. Like last season, introduced like there's a whole sexual assault storyline. That's a risk to put in a Star Wars, right? So for me, that's where it's like, sure, yeah, we can name risks that didn't work, but we also name risks that worked. And even then, too, like I think it has a lot to do with Favreau and everything too, but like doing a Star Wars TV show. Granted, I don't think Mandalorian and Grogu end up working out well, but the idea of it worked out well. So that's where, to me, I still want a company that I would rather still be a Last Jedi, and I still like that movie, but a Last Jedi that people are iffy on than just a bunch of cookie cutter safe stuff for the next 40 years. Because then it's just like nothing happens. There's no excitement. There's nothing to debate upon. There's nothing to get forward for. It's just if it's just the same old, we're kind of stuck. So yeah, for me, I don't want that. If and who knows, maybe like just because he has this job, we could get to 2029 and they could be talking about replacing Filoni. Right now, we had that with Kennedy, but like if there's some decisions they make and they don't work out, we could see something that they go, you know what, Dave? Like, thanks for coming out here. It doesn't work. But I will say, as a positive, I think it's good that he's not doing it alone. He has someone on the business side. So, yeah, we'll see if they make this official. We'll see what happens. Obviously, lots is changing with Disney because Kathy's going away. Eventually, I think the next year or two, Bob Iger's going away. So, hey, Filoni, if you can somehow streamline, get that Ben Solo thing happen. Ben Solo Lives movie is like what was it again? The Hunt for Ben Solo.
Hunt for Ben Solo.
That is my James Gunn equivalent to like letting the Batman go. You know, if you can let that keep going, that's fine for me. So, anything else on Filoni or Kennedy or anything like that?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see the reaction, see the after, and what I'll be interested in, and this will be very telling, and we're not going to know for a while. We'll be sitting here in 3-4 years from now talking about it, but what'll be interesting is what's the first thing he announces when, like, or they announce with him as the guy, right? Like, because even if they go into production on the Rey movie, he didn't announce that, right? So you could kind of be like, oh well, Kathy started that, and she kind of passed the baton to him, and he continued it. That's what's going to be interesting is what's the first thing he announces for himself, and at the same time too, it's like the James Gunn thing. Didn't he say he was supposed to be directing a movie? Right? Isn't Filoni directing a Star Wars movie? Right? Remember they were going to do that in the Mando movie where it's going to be a crossover?
Yeah, that was when the Ahsoka time was popping off. Yeah. I don't know what happened from that. I just assumed that it was the Mando movie, but it's not. That's right.
That's Favreau. I need to find... Oh, when did that get announced? Okay, IMDb, there's Untitled Dave Filoni Project. Man, when did they... I feel like that was years ago, right?
It was a while ago.
Let's see. Star Wars announcement. Let me see.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember the exact year that was. I feel like it's definitely after Mandalorian, so it's in the last 3 years, but it's been a while. Damn. Google, you got this AI Google. April 2023 was announced Filoni would write and direct a Star Wars film. So we are about to be 3 years from that. So obviously he's doing Ahsoka, but it's the same thing as Gunn. It's like, and we've said that before with Gunn, sometimes it's troubling. It's like, he's gonna direct the movie and then also run the whole company? Like, I don't know if that movie's happening anymore, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think that's on the bandwagon anymore, but we'll see. And then finally, our last topic here to end things off. And this is good because I'm going to throw it to Taylor first because you haven't talked about any of these. So I want to talk about the concepts, the ideas. Obviously, the last few weeks, we got the Steve Rogers trailer announcing he's back. We got the Thor trailer. Of course, he's back, but we got that. Last week was a big one, and then today we got the official. I'm assuming you've watched the HD version of the X-Men trailer, Taylor?
There's an HD version? I watched a pretty good version.
Oh yeah, you can watch it now. The HD, it's the same one, but the HD version is out now. They release it every Tuesday. They release the HD trailers
Oh,
and
oh, oh, oh. Sorry, yeah, I got my weeks confused. I did
of
see the
X
HD
Men.
one. Yeah, I
Yes,
thought,
yeah. I
yeah,
was talking about the
okay.
leaked one. Yeah, and the leaked one. If anyone doesn't want to hear, even though it's not a big one, the leaked one did come out today. Of it is Shuri talking just kind of that she's lost everybody. She says it's a king's job to make sure to get them ready for death, but I'm no king, so because M'Baku's fucking king now. Stupid storyline that she's just handed over. But I like the line. We see Namor, we see the Wakanians, we see the whatever they are, the Atlanteans. I don't know what they. I can't remember what they call them in the MCU. They changed their name, but then it ends with M'Baku saying, "Oh, I'm king of Wakanda," blah blah blah, and then they pan over and it's Ben Grimm saying, "Oh, I'm Ben Grimm from blah 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 from New York." So, what have you thought about all these? I guess Steve Rogers, you did talk about right because you had seen Avatar, so we talked about this in After Nine. But what are you thinking now about these trailers dropping? What do you think about the X Men? And then what do you think about this leaked one here of Wakanians, Namor, and the F4 setting up that they're meeting? And maybe it might be Infinity War where you kind of have pockets of people. Maybe that's going to be a group like F4 Wakandans and Namor and or yeah, and F4, like maybe that's going to be a grouping we're going to have for Doomsday.
I mean, yeah. So the initial Steve Rogers one, that was I was eating it up. I was getting excited, and then the way I had canon, I've been telling everyone that I bump into, and I think I'm pissing people off. It's like if you got a villain like Doctor Doom, and he's coming in to mess with the timelines, it just to me it makes sense that you're gonna have even like everyone coming to play and coming up to bat. Even though yes, Steve
Mm.
Rogers and Alan Co got great send offs in the last Avengers. It's like well they can't just be missing from the void when Doom comes in and just totally fucks with the system, right? To me, it makes sense that these characters would come back. And I know that's just how I hit Canada. To each his own, though.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Getting the Thor one, that was exciting. You know, serious Thor. I was eating all that up. I was loving it. Also, super cool that it's his real daughter playing Love. And then I just think that him looking like his Infinity War version, not Endgame, his Infinity
Yeah.
War version. I like that. It's making me think like, okay, what kind of what are they doing here? Is he just going back to look like that? His eye looks different than the Infinity War version too, but we'll have to wait and see. But I'm jazzed. And then the X-Men one, yeah. I mean, and I'm a born again X-Men fan really when it comes down to it. I mean, we did the animated
I
series,
don't
and
know.
I was just eating it
I would
up.
say you're converted. Born again means you used to be. Is it doesn't
Oh,
born again mean that used to be religious and you're religious again? Right? A convert is like that you turned
I don't
over.
know the
I mean,
specifics.
that's what you're gonna get on these weekly. Travis and Taylor told you. Let's
Oh,
see,
but
born again meaning.
X Men's fantastic. I love that animated show, and I can't wait for season 2 of the animated series on Disney Plus. But what do you got?
I guess technically it's converted to a personal faith in Christ, so that's a very specific thing. So I guess it's still convert having extreme enthusiasm or newly converted or reconverted. Oh, so it works for both. You could be converted or reconverted. So there you go. Okay, born
There we
again
go.
X Men. You can be a born again X Men fan. So
Perfect. Uh,
yeah.
yeah, the little sneak peek, I was just gobbling it up, swallowing it up, just slurping every little ounce of juice in that bowl because just seeing
Jesus.
Ian and Patrick there together and just
Mhm.
playing some chess, the mansion's fucked, and then Cyclops just oh, and Sentinels in the background. I was showing my wife, I was showing Madison earlier, I'm like, look, do you see in the background? She's like, no, and I rewinded it, and she's like, look. She's like, oh, I see them. What are those? I'm like, those are the Sentinels. I'm the only one excited about it, really, but yeah, I think it's going to be really, really fantastic, and getting them back and seeing how they're going to fit in with this story. I'm excited, and I hope it's done well. Do you want me to
And
go
what
into
do
the
you think?
next one?
Yeah, you go on the leaked
Okay.
one. Yeah. Got your thoughts
Um,
there.
yeah, this I just love the crossover shit. Oh my gosh. And it's funny to think in this sense like okay, if I was to go and watch Avengers Doomsday, I need to make it a priority now to watch Black Panther 2 and Fantastic
Yes.
4, which I get curious, okay, what movies are they going to kind of hone in on it that you need to watch, right? So
F4
that's the kind
made
of
sense
stuff.
because we kind of said that was like in their. It feels like the first half of the multiverse saga they're going one way, and then the last half they've been going another way. And we kind of said how like Thunderbolts and F4 was like a last minute, like oh these are connected and this is a thing. So F4 makes sense. Wakanda, I guess, makes sense. Were you surprised? Because a lot of people were speculating. Obviously, the Thor one we just got him praying, but a lot of people were speculating. Oh, if we're getting this Wakanda Black Panther trailer, maybe they're gonna show T'Challa Jr., whether it's as a kid or grown up. Were you surprised? Like this was the trailer, just them meeting. Did you think there was gonna be something else? happening, or were you finding that just being like a meet cute with some of these new characters? Obviously, these are characters I've never met because the Fantastic Four is not from the 616 universe. So
Yeah, I'm game. Like I'm excited with what we got. I didn't need anything really fancy. It just what it is as is totally works for me. Something simple. Keep it under wraps. Keep it really nice and secret what they're cooking up with the villain stuff. Because I feel like you save that for a main trailer or something like that, and you can give us the general kind of thought as to what's going on in the narrative. But for now, yeah, keep it low key, keep it simple, and just keep it with that kind of basic humor. I like that, and yeah, I mean you get Namor in there too, and we'll have to see what
Mhm.
he's up to if he's kind of more anti-hero or more hero, or I guess in this go around. But
I would hope that with the Doom here, he'd probably be just hero. You know, like I hope this is not the time for anti-hero stuff. And then we
mhm.
have talked about this before. Remember that the Namor and Sue got some stuff going on in the comics, right? So the fact that they're the F4
Do
around
you think
them,
that's gonna
that's
happen? That's an actual thing.
um not so like not in this movie. I think there'll be inklings to it. I don't and if it happens in the MCU, I don't know. I'll probably say no because we've talked about it before as a big complaint when we've done comic book virgins. Which shout out to people on the survey for wanting us to bring that back. So we might do a couple this year. We'll see. But shout outs, do the survey. That is down below. It's the first link. Um, we said how I can't remember who it was, but remember we read one the when we read God, what did we read for WandaVision? House of M, right?
That's right.
And
Yeah.
Hawkeye was just dating some random mutant or something. Like Hawkeye was dating somebody. Like, oh, that's fun. Like, that's something I would love the MCU to do more in the next saga is more of the romance, more of the relationships, dating, because it's something they've really dropped. I'd say since probably phase two. It feels like phase one was there, but there's like even then I've said before, like before Eternals popped up, it's like these characters just don't have sex. They're all asexual. Like there's you don't see these people on a bed together at all. No one's naked. Like the kisses are the most just like, oh yeah, here's a kiss, and then like it's just not a sexual universe. So I would love it if they got into. I think what you do though here is this would be the introduction. I don't think you'd have unless it's like Infinity War to Endgame where there's a massive time jump in between Doomsday and Secret Wars. I don't think you have like Namor and Sue hooking up, but maybe this is where she gets like interested or he gets it. Maybe I'll say that. I would say he gets interested. He probably sees her and thinks, oh, what's going on here? I'd be very disappointed if they don't have like any kind of allusions or inkling towards one another going on there. So
Right.
and
Right.
I think just because if they're put together like this, I feel like that's not by mistake, like right away we're learning that Namor is going to be around the F4. They got history, so
Yeah, that's definitely not a coincidence.
yeah, they got stuff going on, so we'll see. But yeah, obviously X-Men I talked about last week. It's looking good in HD. It's nice out there. It is kind of funny, like by the time we get the HD one, it's not HD, but I feel like the day or two before, there's people with like the greatest camera in the theaters, and it looks like you don't see anything not crazy, but no, still looks good. I'm excited to see like what it does. Excited to see numbers wise, and then with this fourth one, yeah, I think this is just to again establish what I said. Maybe some pairings in Infinity War. We've said this before. I wish we got the Fantastic Four movie a lot earlier. And lots of stuff. COVID
Mm,
strikes. Like they couldn't control a lot of that. Some stuff they could, but to me, this is like I remember in Infinity War, where like even the Guardians meeting the Avengers, that was such a big deal, right? And this F4 meeting them is a big deal because the Fantastic Four have never been in the MCU, so them coming here, it is almost odd to see, yeah, the Thing somewhere in a desert shaking M'Baku's hand, and now he's in the MCU, right? But I still wish we got like one more movie to like really fall in love more with this because I loved F4, but I mean like fall in love with them even more, know them more, and then get them meeting everybody. It seems like a lot from getting their first movie to everybody, but I guess they kind of did that with Captain Marvel, right? She only had the one movie under her belt, but I think this enforced that they I wish we got more of these characters, but yeah. All right, that's what I asked. Were you surprised there was nothing like big in here? No T'Challa Jr. growing up or anything like that?
I think well. I mean, maybe Doom kidnaps him, like he's going for all the kids, right? Maybe that's what brings
Hmm.
Wakanda into the fold. I don't know, but uh, do you pull him in? Do you save him? I mean, are you gonna do Young Avengers in 20 years? I don't know.
They ain't doing Young Avengers.
No.
Well, I guess there was a rumor going on yes that they're planning to do that as a TV show, but it's like it's not like people can play anything, but it's just like the Stranger Things thing with Millie Bobby Brown. You know, she's a mother now. It's like same thing. Like Haley Steinfeld's pregnant now. Like she's not a young Avenger. You know, like she's a young woman, but like a young Avenger to me is like
Haley
like
Steinfeld's
teens.
pregnant now?
Yeah, she's pregnant. She announced it a couple weeks ago.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's like to do this whole like, oh, I'm a teen and I'm my parent. Like it's just like it feels like to me Haley Steinfeld, and it even feels like God, who? Oh, like Jenna Ortega, like with Wednesday and Beetlejuice. There was another movie. That's another actress where, like, you know what? I'm done seeing you as like a teen now. You know, like we're past it. So the same with Haley Steinfeld. It's like I've said before, I'd rather her just be on the main Avengers. We're not doing that. We'll probably do Young Avengers, but just it feels odd because like even then, like if they like okay, because we got a little time. Okay, Haley Steinfeld's what now? Haley Steinfeld. Let's see how old she is. Right, she is 29. Okay. So, how old was Chris Hemsworth during the first Avengers?
Well, I'm going to say he's 27.
Let's see. He was
32.
It said aged. He was 32. That's what you got?
I'm guessing.
Oh, 28 to 29, Google says. So they were literally about to be the same age. And Chris Hemsworth is just playing an Avenger, but you're telling me Haley Steinfeld's going to play young Avengers, and again they'll just call it Champions. That's what they'll do too. But I don't know. I think that's like pretty much done. And poor Haley Steinfeld, but not poor Haley Steinfeld. She's in Sinner. She's got Josh Allen. She's got a kid. I just mean like, for MCU stuff. I imagine it's like Kumail Nanjiani. He's like, oh, I signed on to the MCU, and I thought I was going to be in all these projects, and I signed up for movies and games, and that was it, you know. So I'm like, I'm with you. Haley Steinfeld should be in the main Avengers Hawkeye now, but they fucked it up. I agree. There's lots of stuff that should have been the main thing. I still think that Captain Marvel should have been main Avenger for a bit, and you can make it Miss Marvel. Like, especially with Miss Marvel, people love that character. It's like, don't put them on just like the discount team or the Disney Plus show. Like, give it to other characters. Like, yeah, I would be down for that, but no, you're gonna get. I'm sure Renner will come back, and other like you're getting Rogers back, you're getting Hemsworth back. But either way, I got a little sidetracked. I did like the fourth teaser. It's good. You know, I like what they're setting up for Shuri. She has a lot going on, and especially now, it's like, oh, and you also talk about like the young T'Challa. I feel because we talked about this before. Where the rumored plot: Doom might lose his kid, and then you got Cap with a kid, you got Hemsworth with a kid, you got Reed with a kid. It's not her kid, but it's her like nephew, right? That I'm sure she's helping raise. I feel like he would factor into the plot somehow. I still wonder if there is some sort of jump forward. And even then, we don't even know, like, because Wakanda Forever came out, what, 2022, right? That sounds right?
Let me see.
That was the same year as Multiverse of Madness, I think. And I'm trying to think, like...
22.
22. When they did that end credit, how old do you think that kid was looking? Like T'Challa Jr.? Like
he looked like he was
9?
like 8 or 9.
Oh, no, you're probably right. More like 4 to 6. You're probably right.
He looks so tiny.
He was a small kid, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's 5. He's not breaking 5.
Suit him up, get him ready, bring him out, bring him. That's why I still think like, okay, so let's say you think he could be like, could he be 5 or is that even too much?
I don't think it's too much.
Okay, so let's say it's 5. We're 4 years later now, so you could age him up to about 9. Maybe you skirt some numbers and say 10. If we get like another time jump between Doomsday and Secret Wars, let's say it's like a 5 years thing or longer, you could get him to like 16 and you get like a young 20 actor play 16-year-old. Like there's a way to get there, or do they just do some like multiverse mumbo jumbo and they just skip ahead, right? Like there's honestly a good situation or a good chance that Shuri just like, let's say she makes it to the Secret Wars and there's multiverse stuff, and she just sees like a T'Challa Jr. that's grown up already, right? Like that's a big possibility. So, because I know it was circling again that rumor of the guy from F1 playing T'Challa, which I did see F1. He's playing T'Challa's son. Remember he talked about the white T'Challa, the White Panther. Yeah, I don't. I think Feige would probably lose his job if that were to happen. If they were to announce.
Did you like F1?
Yeah, I liked it enough. I think for me to sound like a broken record, because a lot of people talk about that last act, I feel like the first 2 acts are just like a generic, like it's a sports biopic, like old grizzled vet, new young up and comer. So it's like fine. Like the first two acts are 6, but the third act, that's got the juice right there. Like people meme on it, but that moment when they're like, "What's he doing?" She's like, "He's flying." Like that is like, and I didn't see it in the theaters. I was at home being like Molly Shannon in Talladega Nights. Like this third act's got it. So Kaczynski, man, he's got a good job. Did you see? Because now we got a few times here. Oh, look at that! Get Morgan Stark back as Iron Girl. There, I didn't put in the news yet, Superbad Mike, but there was a C tier rumor today, a higher C tier rumor that both Pepper Potts and Morgan Stark are coming back. Pepper to me is a no brainer. Morgan Stark, I wonder, before we get back to F1, I wonder, do you think they'll bring back the actress that played the kid version, like in
or the
Endgame?
13 Reasons?
Yeah, or I can't remember her name now, but yeah, what do you do? Obviously, they deleted her, so she wasn't in the movie, but what would you bring back? I guess let me see if that actress is acting from Endgame.
I was gonna say that other actress from Endgame, but I was getting her confused with the actress who plays young Gamora. That actress is in everything else, right?
Yeah.
Like she usually does a bunch of that kind of stuff because she was in Ahsoka as well. She played young Ahsoka.
She plays young everybody. Yeah.
Yeah, she plays young.
And she said, "Now You See Me." Did you ever see Now You See Me 3?
No, I haven't.
I thought you were a fan of those.
I am, but I mean, I'm not rushing to go see that movie alone.
Okay.
So.
Oh, apparently, I didn't know that the girl who played Morgan Stark was young Madison in Godzilla Kings of Monsters. Did you know that?
I gotta look and see what she looks like in that one.
Is young Matt? It was Madison L, like Millie Bobby Brown in King of Monsters.
Yeah.
Okay. So no, she's still acting. She was in a movie last year, Bad Men Must Bleed, and then she's in something called Wish is coming up. So the girl that played her name is Lexi Rabe. All this Bad Men Must Bleed is, oh boy, Chad Michael Murray, Willie Robson, and Bruce Dern. There you go. But so she's still acting. So if you want to bring that specific actress back, and that would be more age appropriate to bring her back, right? Because she would have actually aged the role. Like she would look exactly what you want. But again, I don't know. We saw with Ant-Man, right? We only got that one scene, but in fucking Endgame, I love that scene with Ant-Man and his daughter, but when it came time for her to actually be in the movie, they recasted her, right? So, yeah, they could easily recast. Even the 28 or the 13 Reasons Why girl might get recast, so.
Yeah.
What were you looking up? You were looking something up.
I just was trying to figure out who that young I wanted to see the young person who played Millie Bobby, the young Madison, yeah, because I just don't remember them being in Godzilla King of the Monsters, so couldn't find it.
They're there.
Just Stranger Things, Millie Bobby Brown everywhere.
Have you watched any of that yet?
No.
You sent me so many memes, I would have thought so.
I know, because the memes just keep popping up, so that'll be on the docket soon. We got to do the Landman, we got to do that.
Gotta do the Landman.
Gotta do the Landman. Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this whole Conformity Gate thing I talked about yesterday and Travis told you?
Conformity Gate?
Yeah, for Stranger Things. No, it's not political. There's a bunch of people that have theories that there's a secret Stranger Things episode. Because it's probably
we're back to WandaVision again.
We are, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's for the people that didn't like it. I liked the finale, so I don't need there to be a secret episode. But that's if you ever see #ConformityGate, you should look at
people.
You should look it up. Some of the theories, it's like, that's what's telling me about this one. It's like, in the final season, Will's dice was a 7, and then there's another 7. And the theory that's coming out tomorrow, January 7th, because Netflix, have you seen they're doing like this, like what's next, and they keep saying like Netflix what's next. I think it's just a long trailer that's going to show off all the content they have this year, but a lot of people think I guess think that there's a secret episode dropping tomorrow. I think they're going to be surely disappointed. There is there's a documentary dropping though next week for Stranger Things. So,
well, why would they put the finale in theaters and be like, surprise? There's an extra episode not coming in theaters.
That's what I said yesterday.
Like,
It just and even you'll see like when you get to the finale, to me it doesn't set up in a way where there would be a secret episode. It would be to me it would make the show worse. So we'll see. I was gonna say with F1, and we got 2 minutes or a few minutes here left. With F1, did you hear that Joseph Kosinski? He was talking about last week the Alien movie he's doing is more. He said it's not science fiction, it's science fact, and it's gonna be more about the hearings and the UAP stuff. So like,
what's his movie that he's doing?
So he's doing a movie with Apple. They just said that he was doing like an alien drama or like let me see if I can find out what they announced it. But everyone's wondering because obviously Spielberg's doing his. Did you see? Because we haven't talked about this, and I don't know. You're not on the movie preview on Friday, right? That's just me, Kirkland, Dylan.
Oh, I wouldn't say that. I'm flexible.
Okay. Well, that's Thursday. We're recording that. But just in case you're not, did you see? Yeah, it's called Untitled UAP Disclosure Thriller.
That's
and then
the
there's
Prime one, right? Or
that's Apple. That's the one, and that's the guy who did Top Gun and F1.
Right.
He's doing that, but he said last week that it's more of a it was listed as a UFO conspiracy thriller, but when they said it as a science fiction movie, he said it's actually science fact. So Spielberg, you saw that trailer, right?
Oh yeah, I got it in our Avatar show.
Okay, so
Pop
Spielberg's clearly doing like the big like aliens are coming, maybe invading, doing stuff. Where it sounds like Kaczynski's movie's way more like Oppenheimer with aliens. So
Oppenheimer with aliens. Holy.
he didn't
fuck.
say that. I'm just saying that. I think it's
Okay.
more like but I think it's more focusing on the trials and the court stuff and everything like that.
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting then. I mean, I was looking at reviews for that one that we are getting all hyped on Amazon, and people are just saying like, "Oh, it's just like 1 star.
I've
It's
heard
just
it's not good.
It's just condensed of everything that we've seen. Yada 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 yada. Da, 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 da. I think if you don't know anything about any of this stuff and you watch it, you'll probably enjoy it. But if you're already in the now and you've been following along this narrative that's been going forward with everything, and then you watch it, you're going to be disappointed because it's like I already know most of this stuff, but if you are out of touch with it, I'd say give it a watch because there's gonna be a lot that you'll probably learn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think more like you said, science fact. I like that term. That's cool.
That's
I
what
ain't
you
never
said.
using that. I'm not using that on cryptid clues because that's a bold thing to say. But
Yes.
it's cool. I dig it.
And did you like that Spielberg trailer?
Oh yeah, I really really did. I thought it was awesome. It was freaky, like before Avatar getting on the big screen with the bass speaker and whatnot. Just the buildup of. Oh my God, what's her name from Devil Wears Prada?
Emily Blunt.
Thank you.
Yeah,
That's
that
the one.
scene's so good.
Yeah, when she's
Yeah.
trying to talk, weather. That's actually that sounds like something else, but you know
Not
what I
the
mean.
ideal
So
one, but
yeah,
yeah. Well, there he goes, ladies and gentlemen. We've hit the hour mark. So we talked a lot today. We managed here. I wasn't sure. There's a lot to cover there, but we managed. We broke it all down. And stay tuned. Like I said, Mondays for right now will be just the traditional Travis be myself because I'll talk about box office, other stuff. And then usually I do it Wednesday, but if not, we're gonna talk to Taylor because Taylor's schedule will change and whatnot. So the second episode will be myself and him. And then if it's warranted, a third episode of the week, sure. But next week, I think me and Kirk will get back to Weekly Geek. Let me just double check. I think Weekly Geek will be coming back because, it is. So next couple of weeks, Weekly Geek will be coming back. So that's where a lot of news will be covered there. But you'll get myself and Taylor Field for a little bit. So Taylor, thanks for joining again. Congrats on you didn't even. Are you keeping the names the secret? Because in the Discord you didn't drop the name. You didn't
did I
say
not
it
drop
here?
the name in the Discord?
You said they. No, you didn't even say it in the Discord.
Well, no one asked me, so I was like, well, fine, no one cares.
Usually you drop the name, So. But.
Well, I'll drop it in. Well, I can't drop it in Discord now because we've moved on from that. Circle back. Hey, by the way, my kid's name.
You need to wait till they're in some kind of like gear, and then you can like, oh, here's blank.
Well, where's our nicknames here? Because if people can see my nickname, then they'll know.
Why
Well,
aren't
you
our
might not
nicknames
know.
up?
I think it's because the banner is up. If you drop the banner for a second, do our nicknames come back? There it
Oh,
goes.
really? That's my
Interesting.
son. I couldn't believe. You want to say what your son's name is?
It's Cedric.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that. I was watching Gall of Fire that day. I had to watch it
That's pretty
twice
crazy.
because I watched it the night before and then fell asleep,
Twice, oh.
and then I finished it. But I was watching it that day. So when you sent that's my son. I literally I just finished it a few hours ago, man. Like because we got just a minute left. I watched that again. I don't understand. They come through the port key, right? And they land on the ground. It's not like they're moving. Like, that is a dead body that lands right there. Like, it's clearly... And the first shot they go to his dad...
Oh, he's happy.
He's happy, and he's doing the point. He's pointing nuts, and then he gets down. That's why. So, but like... And it goes on for a long time before anyone notices anything. Because, like, why is he not moving? Like, that should be a second. Like, they pop up, and then you notice. The fact they pop up and then cheer, and wouldn't they also be surprised that both of them are there? There's no surprise. It's just like, oh, they did it. But yeah, that finger point to his dead son, and then he hugs one of the Weasleys.
Like,
My,
would you know right away? Like, I feel like I could probably not know right away. Like, if everyone's happy, like, let's say Kirkland comes to the portal, you and me are gonna hug. Oh, he did it! He won! And then, oh, he's
I
lying
think
down
it's
there
odd that
pretty
he's just a
good.
scarecrow. He's not moving a single muscle. I think for a moment I would cheer, but the pointing and he goes on for it takes a long time for him to notice. More people notice, and then he eventually runs down there. But was that where you got the name from, or is that just your gift?
Um, well, we had the name 3 years ago when we were having like, because when we had our
Nice.
daughter, it was like, okay, we got this name, either boy or girl. We got both
Yeah.
names covered, and it was a girl. So like, okay, well, we'll save this name and bank it. And sure enough, boy, this time, like, okay, we're gonna use it. This is great. And yeah, like it's old English, and there's definitely a few other kind of like there's French in there too with the name
Of
Cedric, but then
course.
just the character too, like he's a good character. It's not heavily
It's Batman.
inspired, but it's one of those characters that just happens to coincide with the same name. It's like, I feel good about that. He was a good
Mhm.
guy. Like other people were bullying him. He didn't wear the button. He took the
Didn't wear
button
the
away. He
button.
told his friends not to wear it. He died a hero. So I dig that.
Yeah. And where did Arthur come from?
So Arthur that's my father's name,
Okay.
and
Not the
that's
cartoon.
like not the cartoon. No, people were like, "Oh, you did Arthur Weasley too." We're like, "No, no, no, no. Let's calm
There's an
down
Arthur
now."
Weasley?
Arthur, that's the father. That's his name.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I didn't
I'm
know.
like,
That
oh,
makes sense. Okay.
I'm like, no, no, no. We're not double
You're gonna get
dipping
that a
Harry
lot
Potter
now,
names.
actually.
I know.
Yeah.
But no. So Arthur, yeah, that's my father's name. That's Madison's grandfather's name, and it's also, I've got my great grandfather, my great great grandfather, my great great grandfather are all Arthurs as well. So it's
There you
kind of
go.
like a name kind of thing we wanted to bring back around full circle.
It's
And then
carrying
my
on.
last name, that's just my last name, so
Well,
it
yeah.
doesn't change.
You could have changed it though. You don't have to.
It's true. It's true. I
But
got you a
you
couple
don't.
times with the fake names. Although I think I tricked Dylan the most because Dylan asked me like, "What's the name?" And I was like, "Oh, it's Travis Field," and he bought it.
That would be too much. I don't want anybody to ever name their kid after even my kids. I'd be like, you know what? No, that's too much pressure now to get a name after me. So. But yeah, well, congrats, sir. It was good to have you here. And then yeah, no, next week we'll coalesce. Like I said, we'll plan for the Wednesday. But if that doesn't work out, it's not a locked thing. It's Travis told you he's very loose and whatnot. So yes, everybody. Hope you enjoy this episode, news filled. I will be back. Like I said, I'm gonna do my Travis told you the movie rankings one, my 2026 movie rankings that'll be dropping later on this week. But then I got Fallout with Dylan tomorrow, and then movie preview with Kirkland, Dylan, and Taylor's apparently a TBD, so we will see. But until then, promise you, I'll not be boring.